How France is losing Africa. For decades, France has maintained a significant presence in Africa, a legacy stemming from its colonial past. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, France established vast colonies across the continent, particularly in West and Central Africa. This colonial rule was characterized by the extraction of resources, imposition of French culture and language, and economic exploitation. Even after many African nations gained independence in the mid-20th century, France continued to exert influence through various means, including political alliances, military interventions, and economic partnerships. French President Macron's recent outreach tours to Francophone Africa were met with protests condemning colonialism. Leaders like Félix Tshisekedi of the Congo publicly criticized France's patronizing approach, calling for a shift towards mutual respect. These moments reflect Africa's growing frustration with old power dynamics. France's interventions in troubled regions like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have backfired spectacularly. Jihadist threats persist, poverty deepens, and the frequency of coups spirals. Military juntas now openly defy France, cutting diplomatic ties and evicting French forces while welcoming Russian influence. Recent events underscore this decline. In Niger, the junta ousted French diplomats and violated airspace with little consequence, showcasing Paris's diminishing leverage. Social media amplified the outcry, with locals supporting the new regime while rejecting France's perceived interference. Compounding France's decline is its dwindling economic influence. Uranium-rich Niger, once a vital supplier for France, now distances itself, forcing Paris to otherwise diversify. Meanwhile, Russia capitalizes on the vacuum, offering African nations weapons, resources, and strategic partnerships, which resonate more than France's traditional methods. The Russia-Africa summit demonstrated this shift. While Western powers lobbied to prevent attendance, the event attracted delegates from 49 of Africa's 54 nations. Russia's blend of resource diplomacy and its history of supporting independence movements offers African nations tangible benefits and symbolic solidarity. France's traditional allies aren't immune to these shifts either. In Gabon, one of France's historical partners, the former leadership was recently ousted by a military coup. This growing pattern highlights a broader realignment, with African nations prioritizing sovereignty and diverse global relationships over colonial alliances. The loss of access to vital resources, including oil and minerals, worsens the reality for France. Each setback in Africa represents not only lost economic opportunities, but also a significant blow to its global strategic positioning. This is Africa's defining moment, a seismic shift from colonial ties to new alliances. As these changes unfold, stay informed and proactive. Engage with reliable sources, challenge outdated narratives, and advocate for a world where partnerships are built on respect, equality, and mutual growth. The time to understand and act is now.